Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NBA player props video. We had another full sweep. I think this is our fifth or sixth full sweep since the NBA started. So we're having an incredible NBA season so far. We just started off slow, but I mean, we just did. Everyone starts off a little bit slow in every sport every year because we just don't have a good feel for the teams. But yeah, we've been doing great ever since. So we need to jump in and give some cash away, and then we'll go ahead and go over some picks for Taco Tuesday for tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and spin that wheel and have a lot of players on the wheel today. And it looks like we have at David Lillard. He said Harden's line is now at 14.5. Should I still take it on the over RA? I responded and said, I feel like the chances of him landing right on 14 are slim, but hey, this is betting. I would probably still take it, but less confidently. He did end up at 15. So, David, I hope you did take that. I haven't paid you before, so I need you to reach out to me on Instagram or on X or email me at elixirmixersllc@gmail.com, and I will be sure to get that to you. Okay, so let's recap that full sweep. James Harden over 13.5 rebounds and assists. He did end with 15. Alperen Sengun over 8.5 rebounds. We thought that was a good spot for him. He did have 11. Jeremy Grant, which I spelled his name wrong. Sorry about that, Jeremy. Over 16.5 points. He had 10 really quickly and then didn't really do much after that. So I was a little worried, but he did get us there with 18. And then Pascal Siakam over 23.5 points was an easy cash. He had 32. That brings our total NBA best bets up to 30 and 17, which is 63.83%, which is obviously fantastic. And then the bonus bets, Rudy Gobert did get his double-double pretty easily. Nikola Jokic did not get his triple-double. He was short on the rebounds. So, going up against Sabonis, obviously Sabonis was hogging the rebounds there. I mean, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what happened. But he did not get his triple-double. Either way, going 50% on the bonus bets is fantastic because bonus bets are plus money. So you really only need to be hitting those about 35 to 40% of the time to be making money consistently. We are at 50% for our bonus bets on the season. Our lean, Jonas Valanciunas, over 6.5 points. He did go over that. So our leans are up to 45% roughly. And then the alt lines, I don't track those, but Sabonis did go over his 8.5 rebounds. I think he had like 14. So that was a very good day. Hopefully you guys tailed some of these picks. Let's jump into the bets for tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. All right, the first one here now. Okay, I do want to say this. I only have two best bets for you and then a bunch of leans because I don't feel very confident on this slate. There are still a couple teams missing from the player props as well. So look for the pinned comment just in case there are any added plays. But let me tell you what I'm thinking here. So Colin Sexton over 22.5 points and assists. He was over this in 3 of 5 games with the Jazz. And then he's been over in 4 of 7 games this season with the Hornets. He did have 12 assists with LaMelo off the court in the last game against the Jazz. So if LaMelo sits again, then I really love Colin Sexton's points and assist line. You could go just points. I think it's at 17.5, maybe 18.5. He has a great scoring matchup right under the hoop against the Pelicans here. But also, he is going up against Zion. So consider that because I also like Zion here. So anyway, you're going to have to decide that, I guess. But I'm going to go with Colin Sexton over 22.5 points and assist. Love it even more if LaMelo sits. All right, Brandon Ingram over 20.5 points, a former Pelican. Over 4 of 7 games this season. He's over in 2 of the most recent head-to-heads with the Bucks. And he is over 100% of the time in home games this season. So out of all these games this season, every game where he was at home, he went over. Every game where he was away, he went under. I don't know if that's going to hold up. Obviously, this is the second time with these teams seeing each other. Giannis may or may not be playing. There's no one saying that he's not playing, but they could just rest him on a back-to-back. Who knows? Zion Williamson over 24.5 points. This is just a lean. He's over in 3 of 5 games this season. He's only over in 1 of 3 head-to-heads. You could pivot to the points and assists if you prefer, but I just like the points. He has a good scoring matchup under the hoop here. But like I was saying before, if Colin Sexton and Zion Williamson end up guarding each other, I do think Zion's probably going to win that matchup overall. And so I don't know, but I have Zion as the lean because he is inconsistent and he always sells me. And then I have Sexton as the best bet because he hits for me. So it is what it is. All right, a lean on Joel Embiid over 18.5 points. I bet you cannot guess out of these 4 games that he's played this year which game I took him in. That's right, the game where he scored 4 points. That's when I bet on him. But he is over in 75% of the games this season. He's only playing like 20 to 25 minutes a game. He is over 100% of the time in head-to-head games with the Bulls, but that is playing full minutes, like 33 minutes a game at least. So I do like the line. He's inconsistent. That's why he's a lean, but I do think it's a good look. All right, Kyle Kuzma over 12.5 points and rebounds. We've taken this once before, although it was not. It was in this Warriors game because I thought Giannis was going to sit in that game. I think he did actually. Now I can't remember, but we took it in this Warriors game. It did cash for us. Over in 4 of 6 games this season, he did have 20 without Giannis on the court in the last game against the Pacers. So I don't think Giannis being on or off the court actually really helps Kyle Kuzma as much as I thought it did. He did only have 11 in a head-to-head this season already against the Raptors, so maybe he doesn't get there. But if Giannis sits, I do think that could give him a little bit of a boost here. All right, obviously Ryan Rollins gets the biggest boost if Giannis sits. Alex Caruso over 1.5 3-pointers made. You can take your pick here. If you like Case and Wallace, take Case and Wallace. But someone is going to nail some 3-pointers in this Clippers matchup. So he is over in 2 of 3 recent head-to-heads, and he's over in 3 of 4 games this season. He's only playing like 20 minutes a game, but he should see a little bit more minutes in this next one. If Dort sits, I think one other defensive player they're missing as well. So I think Cason Wallace and Alex Caruso are going to get a little bit more playing time here. And both of them take a ton of 3-pointers, especially Alex Caruso. He pretty much just takes 3-pointers. That's what he's been doing this year lately. So I like him over 1.5 3-pointers. It's a regular payout, but I don't expect it to be a regular payout for very much longer. And then Franz Wagner has an alt line over 17.5 points. He's over in 100% of head-to-head games, and he's over in 100% of games this season. He's also over in 90% of his last 140 regular season games. So that is crazy. That's an incredible hit rate. I hadn't discovered it until now, but it popped up for me. So I'm going to pair this up with something. Maybe I'll pair it up with a taco and just get a double up on some easy taco cash or something like that. Or maybe I pair it up with something else. But I just wanted to point it out to you guys because I think it's a really good spot here. All right, so here is the best bet summary and the leans and then the alt line. Now, I only have 2 best bets today. So what we're going to do is just if those 2 best bets hit, then anyone who comments anything at all will be in the mix for the cash prize giveaway. You can tell me what you think of the leans. You can give me more bets to take a look at, players that you like. If you have other alt lines that you think are awesome, maybe we can put together some kind of cool alt line parlay for a big double up or something like that. Like string like 3 of them together, 4 of them together, and get a double up. I did that today. I took Kevin Durant. I took Cade Cunningham PRA. I took Kawhi Leonard's points. And then I took, I think it was Nikola Jokic's points, or I don't know, but I had 4 players and got a little bit more than a double up on that, and it cashed for me. So sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments as usual. Thanks, guys.